the Supreme
Welcome
Court
to the
pick.
Knuckleheads
Biden. Gosh, it's hard to imagine him not messing something up. As he goes into the Supreme Court nomination, he literally comes out. The very first thing he says is, "I am going to nominate a black woman." So I mean, it's he could have easily diffused all this just by saying, "I'm going to go out and find a qualified pick." And if that's what he really wanted was a black woman, then he could have picked that.
You got to pick it in silence. Exactly.
He literally came out and he told everybody, "I am going to pick a black woman." So, which is actually, that probably runs afoul of a lot of the hiring and discrimination laws we have in this country. I mean, maybe this whole court, maybe if his pick gets appointed, maybe that'll all come back to the Supreme Court so they can decide if he broke the law in appointing her.
I wonder how she would vote on that question.
Yeah, but anyway, so Biden has come out with his pick, and she is currently going through the process with the Congress to vet her.
Senate confirmation, yes.
Yeah, so the Senate confirmation hearings, and so we have a little bit of interesting stuff starting to come out, and maybe I could get the image up here too for this one. So this is a picture of our nominee, and I can't remember her name. Leon, do you remember her name? It's
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
That's it. I knew Jackson, but the print was a little too small on the article for my screen. But anyways, so the point is, you appointed her, and it's. I'm not sure that we necessarily would have expected anything great coming from a Biden appointee, but for the most part, it didn't sound too bad before she went into the hearing. But something surfaced today, or no, it came out in the news today, and I think it surfaced in the questioning yesterday.
Yesterday,
and that's that apparently she had. So they were trying to essentially defuse the whole CRT, critical race issue that has been sort of stinging the Democrats since they've been sort of pushing this kind of toxic racial division in our schools and employment and other places. And so I think the Democrats sort of wanted to distance her from any of this. And so they set her up with a question saying, "Hey, look, have you had any experience with CRT in your as you've been a judge, or have you had to rule on anything, or has that influenced any of your decisions?" And she emphatically came out and said no. And so then this was followed up by Ted Cruz starting to ask some questions. And Ted Cruz actually, he came out and tried to explore a little more closely with her the CRT angle. And what she knows about it and everything else. And she said, hey, look, this is not something that's involved in any of my decisions and as a judge. And so I really don't know that much about it. And then he pulls out a speech where she had apparently cited CRT in the speech that she gave to Leon was telling me the University of Michigan, I think it was.
It was the University of Michigan, yes.
Yeah, and so, right away she seems to be contradicting herself. And then I guess there was also another person who she had endorsed before, who's only, I think you said his name was Bell, Leon?
Derek Bell.
Derek Bell, yeah, and I guess his main notoriety is the fact that he is a CRT proponent. so the fact that she's kind of claiming to have this no connection with CRT, sort of distance herself, it's starting to look like she might have lied going right into these hearings. So, it's funny. I mean, it's not that if she'd just come out and said, yeah, this is what I think. I don't think it would have surprised anybody if she said, yeah, I'm for CRT, because that's what you would absolutely expect from a Biden pick. But the fact that she's lying or might have lied here really starts to raise some significant concerns that you're going to put somebody on the court who's literally lying during their, confirmation hearings. So you guys want to jump in on this whole racial identity stuff and picking our justices and the potential problems that the nominee is running into?
Well, she's gonna lie her way. I mean, the Democrats have the numbers, so they're probably gonna get her through to the Supreme Court. But you know, this thing is such racist garbage. It's unbelievable. Biden said he's going to pick a black woman. He went out and he picked a black woman. And then the Democrats are trying to tell us, oh, she's eminently qualified. So which is it? Did he pick her because she's a black woman, or did he pick her because she's eminently qualified?
Well, she's eminently qualified as black and a woman. Which is a big deal nowadays, because what it means to be a woman is apparently.
Well, there is even an issue. Apparently, we have lost him. There's even an issue about her and woman. Senator Blackburn, senator from Tennessee, asked her if she could define what is the definition of a woman. Well, she said she's not a biologist, so she cannot define what a woman is. Now, this is a woke garbage that we're going to have on the court, right? These are the people who are going to make rulings that are going to affect our lives. And this woman can't define what a woman is. This woman believes in CRT. This woman believes in some of the woke garbage of the left. And this person is going to end up on the court. The only saving grace out of this, apparently, is that so far, her getting on the court will not change the ideological makeup of the court. It will not. But it does raise some real concerns if Biden get any more picks. I mean, the kind of people you're going to be putting out there is not people that we want making decisions that's going to affect us and affect our daily lives. This is really problematic.
Well, and you raise a great point. I mean, can you imagine if you were able to have a conversation with the founding fathers, Ben Franklin or George Washington? You say, well, we're potentially going to have people nominated to the court who might not be able to define what a woman is. And that's going to be a question that comes up.
Well, I really wish, Marsha Blackburn, senator from Tennessee, as I said, she is the one who asked her about the definition, and she said she could not. So I wanted Marsha Blackburn. I really wish she did say, well, are you a woman? I really wish she did.
Yes. No, that would be a great question. Are you a woman, and how do you know, right?
How do you know? Exactly.
Well, Tim, what do you think? Is she a woman?
I don't know. Are we? Are we still on that subject about?
Yes, we're still talking about the nomination.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to do a little bit closer inspection to know for sure, but I could probably be pretty sure once I had the closer inspection. I'm not sure that's ever going to come about, however. So I just wanted to say before I was unceremoniously interrupted that these people, these politicians should have aides and advisors that have read The Art of War, because in that, the first thing you do is you don't broadcast your intentions. Okay, you just don't do that. You just do them, and like you said, that thing where that would have, Jason, you would have been a better advisor than whoever Biden has, and all that.
That's not much of a compliment.
It's probably not, but it may not be. It may or may not be, but I mean, it's solid advice. Don't tell them who you're going to nominate. Just say I'm going to pick the best nominee. And then if it happens to be a black woman, then that's fine, if that's what you intend, but don't broadcast it ahead of time, ever. You just don't do that. And there you have it.
It's funny because you mentioned broadcasting. We're literally in a war now, potentially, because Biden projected that, hey, if you just have a minor incursion, we might not do anything.
Exactly.
Right.
Broadcasting your intention. But there's a little issue here. I'm sorry.
Can I just say one more thing, Leon, just about that whole thing? Is that I can understand that you would never want Joe Biden to be the one deciding what to say, but is it gotten to this point here where he doesn't even have advisors that are strong enough to take over and say, look, you can't be doing this, can't be doing this. Here's what you're going to do. What's going on? Is it that
Just
haphazard there that they're actually letting Joe Biden do what he wants to do? Is that the
maybe
deal?
there's no ice cream truck rolling by
There's no
that
ice
they
cream.
can divert them. Joe, where's the ice cream truck?
Could be.
Go chase it.
All right. I'm sorry, Leon. Go ahead. Do you
No,
have
no,
that
it's no
train of
problem. But there's a serious issue here that I really want to raise, and it's somewhat offensive to me, okay, personally. So I'm a little biased on this. But this is how you see these racists in the Democratic Party. This is how they poison accomplishment of blacks. Okay. Now this woman may indeed be eminently qualified. I don't think she is, but she may be. Okay. She have some things that she could point to that suggest some qualification. But Joe Biden have poisoned it by saying he's going to pick a black woman. So what the rest of us is going to think? That the only reason you pick her because she's a black woman, not because she's eminently qualified. But this is how this affirmative action and all these other things, these set-aside programs have for minorities, this is how it poisons our qualifications and our hard works and our experience. It just poisons it. So every time somebody look at me or look at somebody who looks like me, they're going to think, oh, affirmative action got him here. And every time we make a mistake, which we will do, oh, it's because he really didn't get through school properly. You know, it was affirmative action that got him through school. It just poisoned our experience and our hard work. That's what it does. And I hate it, quite frankly.
And to be honest, I mean, this really gives you an insight into Biden's thinking. And quite frankly, the racism there and the racism among many of his supporters, the fact that he feels he needs to advertise that, the fact that
exactly.
he feels he needs to say, I am going to nominate a person because they're black and a woman, is just insane. You know, I mean, if you truly want to go out there and focus on that, then don't insult your supporters by saying that's unless that's racism isn't an insult to them. Maybe they're proud of that, and maybe that's part of the problem. I'm not sure.
Thank you for listening to the Knuckleheads of Liberty podcast.